apartment, sir.
Go back inside right now.
I am inside. This is my door. I'm standing right inside my apartment. Sir, I'm inside my apartment.
Right now, the cops are banging at the door. It's about 1:30 in the morning. They're still banging on the door. I told them over and over again they're at the wrong address. They keep yelling out 4663, and that is the wrong address. They are not at the right place.
Well, the warrior cop is basically this idea that police have become more militarized. It applies, to the weapons that they're using, to the uniforms that they wear, which have switched from sort of the police blues to these battle dress uniforms, which mimic military uniforms, to the tactics they use, to what I think is the most kind of pervasive problem, which is the mindset that police officers take to the job. We've really seen SWAT Mission Creek grow beyond the drug war, and now, as you said, we're seeing these raids on poker games, particularly when the Texas Hold'em craze started taking off in the mid-2000s. We saw SWAT teams breaking up neighborhood poker games at bars that were openly advertised were raided with SWAT teams. This raid in Columbia, Missouri that was recorded a few years ago and posted online. And this was a very standard raid. I mean, it was just like every other one of these drug raids, but it was, it was extraordinarily violent. They shoot the dog. There's, a kid in the house they didn't know about. They come in shooting and screaming and, with all their guns. And what was amazing is it gets posted online, and the reaction was just, the video goes viral, and the reaction was just,
this could only happen in the movies. But you're actually stating that this is a real-life police state experience that we're going through in America. Why?
Yeah, I call it an emerging police state, but I've actually had people in the military and the Secret Service say, John, your subtitle's wrong. We are in a police state. Those are the kind of cases where I'm seeing and I'm involved in, and to be honest with you, it's frightening. Militarized police, and I'm not against all police. I have good friends that are cops, but the police have been dramatically militarized. In the 1980s, when I started writing about this subject, the Pentagon started handing out military equipment across the country, 17,000 police units. And today, when you see a SWAT team raid, watch YouTube. They're frightening.
This year alone, the Department of Homeland Security has bought 1.6 billion rounds of ammunition. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you that this is no joke. Hollow point ammunition like they bought is not used for training purposes. And it's being distributed to every government agency imaginable, including the the Social Security Administration and the National Weather Service. I was unaware that weathermen needed to pack heat, but apparently the federal government is expecting civil unrest in this country, the likes of which have never been seen, and they're getting ready for it. So what's going to cause this unrest? Well, in short, war in the Middle East. is going to spill over into the continental United States. These are events that are going to affect every single person in this county. Once I walk out of this room, the safety of the citizens of this county, your friends, your neighbors, and your family are going to be in your God, that this warning will not go unheeded. We need to prepare this little paradise of ours for the end of the world as we know. Yeah, we are not wrestling against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, and against the rulers of the darkness of this world, and against spiritual wickedness in high places. At some point, the prophecies in the Bible are going to come true.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, are we in interesting times right now. I hate it when I'm right. The hysteria and the things that are being discussed right now and the mass social programming of turning citizens against other citizens is in full effect. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of the problem, reaction, solution paradigm. Step 1. The government either creates or exploits a problem. And then attributes the blame to others. So right now we have an issue which, according to all the latest actual data and research, isn't as big of an issue as being told. I know there's people out there with tinfoil hats on who are saying it's engineered, it's a bioweapon, all this. All of that's irrelevant. We are being programmed right now. And it's so obvious to anyone with over 2 brain cells. But people are very obedient sheep and they believe whatever authorities, especially global authorities, tell them. That it's right over their heads. And that's the scariest part of this whole situation. Step 2. The populace, the general population, then reacts because of fear. Remember, fear equals control. The general population reacts by asking the government for protection and help to solve right now. People all around are demanding the government to shut borders. They're demanding government to force other people to stay at home. Your fellow citizens. So if you want to go drive out to the wilderness, which is the best, healthiest thing you can possibly do right now, if you want to drive to the great outdoors, get that vitamin D, get that fresh air, you are smart. You are doing what everyone should be doing. But no, you have fellow neighbors, fellow citizens, who are now calling you a killer, who are now shaming you. This is all by design. It's amazing how well and how quickly this all came together. So, those people are now asking the government to help save them. The third step is the government will offer solutions, by the way, which are solutions they've had planned for a long time, for long before the crisis of the day occurred. And at the end of the day, the outcome, when the dust settles, your rights and your liberties will be exchanged for the illusion of protection and help. from the government. And it will never go back to the way it was before. I'll tell you what the biggest, most outrageous, absurd conspiracy that some people are actually claiming right now. Some people are saying that shutting down the economy, changing society, a cashless society, the end of mom and pop business, the end of personal freedom and liberty, all of this is to protect the vulnerable. Anyone who actually believes this is about protecting the vulnerable, well, you know what? You own the biggest, most powerful tinfoil hat in existence. And you are the real danger. This is going to be a war. For the first time in my life, I'm actually afraid of things in the world. Like, really afraid of what's coming. And at the bottom of the list is catching something because someone coughed on me. That isn't even on my radar right now. It's the problem, reaction, solution that is terrifying me right now. Oh, but let's all listen to the WHO. A few months ago they said nothing to worry about. You have nothing to worry about. But now, oh my God, we better listen to them and shut down society and give up all our rights and freedoms. Holy shit. If you believe that, we are f***ed. All of you right now, all around the world, doesn't matter whether you're in Canada, the United States, many places down south of the border are now calling for martial law. And you have neighbors and friends actually asking the government to impose these restrictions on you. And if you disagree, these are very scary times. Wake up! If you don't see that there are far more important things to be worried about right now, then you're gonna have a rude awakening. This is bigger than a health issue. This is beyond national governments. You don't need a tinfoil hat to see what's going on. In fact, you're wearing a tinfoil hat if you don't see what's going on.